Annie Whitcomb Slemmer, priest in charge of St. Andrew's Episcopal Church in Hanover, Massachusetts, a worshiping community that has been proclaiming and living into the gospel's commands since 1725. I'm also an attorney in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Along with several lay and ordained colleagues, I'm respectfully offering this resolution calling for due process for all, following a shocking military-type raid conducted in Chicago, which saw the mass violation of any sort of due process protections for the residents of an entire apartment building. Reading from a well-sourced and documented article from Time magazine, quote, at around 1 a.m., armed federal agents rappelled from helicopters onto the roof of a 5-story residential apartment building in South Shore of Chicago. Agents worked their way through the building, kicking down doors and throwing flashbang grenades, rounding up adults and screaming children alike, detaining them in zip ties and arresting dozens. Jesus weeps. Every person in the United States, every person, is guaranteed the right to due process of law. It's written not once but twice in our Constitution. No person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. The beauty of our Constitution is that the words of this protection say person. That's vital because it does not mean only citizen. Our courts have affirmed again and again that these rights belong to everyone who sets foot on American soil, including immigrants, refugees, and asylum seekers. Due process means fairness, the right to notice, the right to a hearing, the right to tell your story before an impartial judge. It means that justice cannot look like speed over fairness or numbers over facts. Families are torn apart, children grow up in fear, and our national soul is diminished. As a people of faith, we cannot be silent. We reject fear-mongering and scapegoating as tools of public policy. We affirm that defending due process for all people is both a constitutional duty and a gospel imperative, following the example of Christ. Jesus reminds us, I was a stranger and you welcomed me. And as Archbishop Desmond Tutu taught us, if you're neutral in situations of injustice, you've chosen the side of the oppressor. Let us choose the side of justice, mercy, and human dignity for every neighbor without exception. I ask for your support for this resolution for due process for all. It affirms the inherent dignity and rights of all people as created in the image of God. It also calls upon our government and elected officials to ensure due process protections for all immigrants, regardless of immigration status, condemning the use of arrest and deportation quotas and other practices that undermine the integrity of our precious legal system and social fabric. These systems also perpetuate fear in immigrant communities. This resolution also points out that words matter. Actions matter. It denounces all rhetoric, policies, and practices that malign immigrants or ascribe malice to entire groups of people based on nationality, ethnicity, or legal status. Finally, this resolution urges each of us to look deeply within ourselves and to become advocates for the rule of law, the protection of family unity, and to find ways in which we might lovingly welcome the stranger. I ask for your support for this resolution. Bless you, and thank you for your consideration.